What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've been sticking around and following what we're up to, we recently got this Sunnyside off-road Boony Stomper, and today, this weekend, the mustaches are going to Missouri. Alright, so we have driven roughly 200 miles, maybe like 250, so I figure this is a good time. We've got probably about 150 so miles before we hit the spot we're going to be camping in for tonight. But after 200 miles, the initial driving impressions, and this is from somebody who has never pulled anything. Well, I moved an engine one time with my old truck. I actually had to rent a U-Haul and rent a trailer to pull an engine for my old 4Runner, but that's a different story. But that's my only experience, super short distance, short term. After 200 miles, I thought that there was definitely gonna be a lot more, it was gonna be rougher and more, I guess, uncontrolled than it is. I think that with the way that I have my back end set up, with the way that the trailer is built, it is unbelievably stable. The back end hugs the road. The trailer, the guys have seen it from behind me. They say it eats everything up, that it doesn't jump around a lot. There's no shuddering, so weight distribution is really good. And all in all, it feels really planted. I really only feel it, and for reference, it's about 750 pounds. I only really feel it on inclines, and to note also, I'm not re-geared. I'm on 35s on the truck and whatever's on the trailer, and then a tune. I believe I have the OTT tune right now. So for reference, I'm not running gears, and uphill is really the only time I notice it, and when I'm slowing down. So power brakes coming in clutch. There's definitely a lot more rolling mass here with a fully loaded truck and the camper and everything like that, but I do think that based upon the design and then the absolutely sick back end that this truck has, which if we break it down, we're running an All-Pro Expedition 2.0 leaf pack. That's their super heavy duty, I believe, for it's like 1,000+ pounds, or up to at least. Up to 1,000 pounds or somewhere around there. We're still probably a few hundred short of that. It runs super stiff, like it's not sagging. We're not seeing any kind of, you know, decrease in, you know, response. You know, we're not near the, call it, maximal load yet. So All-Pro Expedition 2.0 leaf pack paired with some trail gear hydraulic bump stops. We've also got the Dirt King 2.5 shocks with the Resis, which are tuned somewhere roughly in the middle for high and low speed compression. And then maybe, I don't want to say most importantly, but a huge element of this is we've got the DRT hangers and cross tube. And I think the cross tube, obviously paired with everything else as well, is leading to maybe the best the back end of this truck has ever felt. But it's very responsive, almost better than it is on the street normally. So far, so good. MPG, it's kind of all over the place. On the highway doing 70, 75, something like that. We're probably sitting at about 10 on the dash. It looks a little bit lower than it is right now because we just filled up and idled a little bit. But we're sitting at about 10 MPG adjusted, maybe 11, 12 if we're going between 60, 70. On the back roads, we were probably doing 13, 14. Overall, seems like we took about a 2 MPG hit or so. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Next time we'll check in, we will probably be at the trailhead, airing down. It's obviously visibility is going to be super poor, but we're going to get everything aired down. We're going to hit the little section of the back roads before we get to our campsite, set everything up, maybe have a quick fire, and then call it a night and pick everything up tomorrow. But that's it. That's the update. 250 miles in, maybe a little bit more. All good. All right, after 400 miles of driving, we're just outside the city of Annapolis, Missouri. We just hit the gravel portion of this road. The Boony has performed really well. We're stoked. We're gonna air down so we're ready for the little water crossing, just in case Probably go down to about 20 PSI on my truck, Kenny's truck, and the trailer. We're gonna hook that stuff up. Right now we're running off the power station over here. Look at all that light, dude. Nice little scene light that we got over here. So this is helping us, you know, with the visibility right now. But let's get this air down, and then we will make our way through the dark to the campsite, to the river, cross the river, and then set up camp for the night. So it's like 2 in the morning or something like that, but we made it. All right, so we got the Morphlate, but sometimes it's a little bit easier to use these automatic tire deflators. We've got them set to 20 PSI. So all you gotta do, you screw these little guys on. I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but we hook them up. Automatically goes down by itself to 20 PSI. It'll stop when it's done. We're gonna do that on all the tires and then make our way down the trail. There in the water, we don't want you there for too long.
Alright, so we tried to do the river crossing. We immediately dug into the rocks, so now we gotta get out, strap up to Conrad, and do a quick recovery.
Here we go. Woo! It's cold. So Conrad is back there on the other side. He is grabbing a kinetic rope, and we are gonna pull ourselves out. Alrighty guys. Yo, we really out here, dude. We got Kenny strapping up on the back. I'm hanging off. But yeah, dude, just pulling in. Mega stuck, dude. Mega stuck. Holy. They don't care. They don't care. That's bad timing. Bad timing. Look at this dude. Yo! How do you feel, bro?
Like the man, dude, that did the recoveries, that didn't get stuck. And now we're not doing any more late night water crossings. We're gonna camp right over here and figure it out in the morning, because Kenny's interior got soaked, and he learned a lesson in late night water crossing. So these never go our way, at least not recently.
So I picked up a pretty big stick on the turnover there. I had to run up the road to go grab Conrad. He's gonna check it out.
So we got the chainsaw. It's pretty funny. I've only seen a little bit of it. This guy has been nothing but trouble. He put 35s on.
This is not my weekend, dude.
And now all of a sudden, let's show them what we're working with, buddy.
Yo, it's not good, dude. Hold on.
Look! Oh, the brake line's right there!
Yeah, dude.
Oh no!
So hold on, you guys see this stick?
Yo, Kevin, come over here. Oh! It's on the gas tank!
It's wedged between.
Yo! But we almost had a catastrophic failure in the boonies.
In the boonies.
Dang, let's go over here. Let's show these people before this guy starts chainsawing. Let's take a look under the truck. Oh, we got like a 15-foot stick.
Dang.
That is in there, dude. Kenny, what's the plan of action here? You're gonna come in and lop the end off of it and then probably pull it off? now, yeah, dude. Good firewood though.
Yeah, we should save it.
Oh, that's jammed in there. We spent the entire bracket for the brake line. Dude, he bent his hard brake line. Right here, Kenny bent the entire hard brake line bracket, and then right here, that hard brake line is not very happy. Somehow it's not leaking, which is a small miracle, but yeah, be careful. Literally a random ass stick in the middle of the woods can ruin your whole trip.
Dang.
Oh, we're gonna burn this wood.
But we're gonna burn this wood.
We are gonna burn this wood, big time. Boony Stomper.
All right, so we have been out in the Mark Twain National Forest now for day 3. This is day 3. We're gonna take a seat in front of the Boony Stomper and kind of give our thoughts and feedback, pulling it, camping with it, everything like that. Get you guys a better understanding of what we experienced on our first run out to the boonies with the Boony. Okay, so we are now sitting under the awning here with the Boony. Kevin and I are going to kind of quickly go over everything. He did all the sleeping in there. Kenny slept in his iCamper. I slept here in the Go Fast. So driving characteristics, we already talked about what it was like on road. And you guys saw me pulling it, super stable. Some of this might be a repeat of what we talked about earlier, but even through now that we've done 500 miles, something like that, feels really good back there. In terms of the trail riding side of things, I am still surprised at how tight of an area you can get this thing into and still be able to make it out when, unfortunately, we didn't record this part, but I took a little bypass around some mud, forgot I had the trailer, and went into a spot so tight that I thought we were gonna have to disconnect the trailer and then pull it through by hand, but somehow we squeezed through. So tight spaces because of the very short or relatively short wheelbase. Yep. Everything hugs and follows the line of the truck, and we also have a wider track width on the Tacoma. So even if the Tacoma is getting kind of close to something, typically the narrower track width of the Boony doesn't hit anything. So I guess now from a sleeping perspective, this is literally an apartment on wheels is basically what it is. It's insulated. It doesn't heat up nearly as fast as our tents do in the morning. And Kevin, tell us a little bit about the fan and how good that worked and how you ended up utilizing that through the night.
For sure. So I think going into the first night in the morning, I forgot to turn the fan on, and it was kind of hot like the tents, and I turned the fan on, and within like, I don't know, 25 seconds there was a big breeze in there, and it was super nice. It was cooled. I cooled off. Usually when you're in the tent, you know, you kind of have to get out kind of quickly, and you'll wake up from the sun or the heat, and you just kind of gotta dip out quickly. So I mean, sleeping in here the first night, I didn't have the fan on, so I kind of messed up with that part, but when I turned it on, I was good for the morning. I really like sleeping in this for the most part.
Yeah, so when this is your first time, you slept in this with the rooftop tents and the iCamper. We always had that IO lightweight tent before. how much better and different is this setup than those?
Oh, it's literally, there's no comparison. Like,
no comparison?
There's no comparison, yeah. Waking up with the fan, and then just also, like, I have cabinets in there, so I can put all my bags, my blankets, whatever, and then I can just pop in here, pop it all out, and it was super nice. So, I mean, a lot of space, and definitely beats the tents, dude.
Yeah, the phone charger.
Yeah, I got to charge
the phone charger's cool in there. You got all the controls. If you guys didn't watch our other video, obviously we'll link it and we'll do a little bit of MTV Cribs Boony Stomper edition here in a second. But yeah, the fan, it's all powered off of, well, the solar charges the little power station, and then the power station powers the front and rear lights, the scene lights, the inside lights, the one up there. I don't know if I ever showed the fan operation, but when you turn that thing on, especially on, it's got 4 settings, you put it on the max setting, there is literally like a
it's slowly circulates.
Cyclone of turbulence when you have those windows open. It creates that much negative pressure. So in the morning, it's crazy comfortable.
Oh, for sure.
It doesn't get hot at all.
No.
As long as you have that, and it's probably about 80 degrees today. We got a cloudier day, but even when it is bright and sunny, the black eye camper heats up really fast. Anyway, it's really well insulated. It doesn't heat up as fast, and when it does, and you want some airflow, whether it's all night long or, oh, we got a little boat coming through. People are cruising by in their boats. Pretty dope, but so we had to put it on pause because these speedboats are driving by here. Pretty cool. We should get one of those. Tell them about the mattress, Kevin. How comfortable is that compared to the other stuff you slept in outside?
So, I mean, you can go pretty comfortable with the tents. You can get all the add-ons and whatever, and it still gets pretty comfortable, but I mean, this really felt like home. I mean, I got in here and there's literally a mattress in here. So, I mean, there's no beating that. You get in there and it's like, you just sink in, it's real sturdy, and it literally feels like Conrad said, an apartment on wheels. So, I mean, I like it a lot. It feels very comfortable, and it's for sure just kind of like your bed at home. Yeah. So
we use the massive LED bars. Those put out a lot of light output. I'd probably put some smaller ones on there. This is call it a getting their final prototype for the new off-road version of these Boony Stompers. So smaller lights. I think something a little bit smaller. I still like the forward and facing. I'd like to have lights all around at the end of the day, and I would put rock lights underneath this thing. If we put like maybe 1, 2, 3 rock lights under there, some amber ones, that'd be dope for some scene lighting, right? So I do like the lights. The scene lights work really well. We use them all night long. We lit up not only over here when we were cooking, but also on the other side when we were like throwing rocks or, you know, just messing around at night. So anything else, or is that pretty much it? I mean, we talked about the trail riding. This thing is sealed super good. There's no junk or garbage or dust or water or anything inside, and we've been splashing around in this thing. So anything else? I mean, we talked about sleeping, comfort. What do you got?
Just following along from Kenny's car, Conrad was pulling this in front of us. I mean, just seeing it from behind, it took the trails super well. I mean, you could see the suspension articulating, and it just ate up everything you gave it. There was nothing really I thought that was sketchy, or you put this thing in any, I mean, we wheeled pretty hard. It just ate it up.
Yeah, it does do really well. The suspension is soft. The independent suspension handles the bumps and everything really well. This thing bounces around a good amount, especially when you accidentally hit a bump or something like that. But yeah, really no complaints. I will probably sleep in it here on the next trip or something like that. We'll see, but yeah, I think that's it. Right now, we can do a quick little walk around video, and we'll talk about it again if you guys haven't seen the first one. And I think that's it for a little review. Oh, the awning! How do we forget about the awning? The awning is gigantic, and at first I didn't know how much I was gonna like it. Super easy to set up. It's an all-top awning. Pretty standard in terms of how universal awnings go. And this footprint, which is probably like 10 feet by like 5 or 6, is really nice. Even now it's cloudy, but we're still out of the sun that would be here, and it's a little bit cooler underneath here. So the awning is a dope feature, especially that they have it on the side with this little table. But yeah, besides that, I think that's everything. Let's do a quick little walk around of this guy, and we'll show you guys a little bit more. So we're gonna do a little walk around right now. First, let's just take a look at our setup right here. Pretty nice. We put our fire right in front of the awning. And again, just so you guys can get an idea, let's walk around this way. You guys can see kind of where we're set up. There's a few people over here. If you want to show them this direction, you guys saw us on the intro talk about all this. Watch out for the water. But yeah, this is what it looks like from the outside. Pretty straightforward. talked about the gas cans and all that stuff in our other video, but let's do a little bit of a tour. Obviously, LED bars on top. You can see that one right there. There's another one in the front. We've got this scene light guy right here. Up top, we've got the fan. That's the one that also plugs into everything. The power station. We got our solar panel. We got our black diamond plate. We got our, I believe they've called it the mint chip color. This is the mint chip Boony Stomper. We'll see if the name sticks, but yeah, let's go around over here. It's a little buggy and a little bit dirty. We scratched it up a tiny bit, but here we have that folding table that gets locked into place and then boom, pops right out there. And let's move to the inside. So we're on the inside. We got good exposure in here. Cool, so you guys can see the mattress. I'm gonna pull this up. You can see that kind of gray vinyl floor almost. I don't know if it's like a stick-on, glue-on, whatever it might be. We've got the carpeted walls all the way around. A little bit of storage, our port window. We got our interior light, which is super bright, more than enough light in there. Got our cabinet in there. Right now this is empty. The jackery and all the power over here. You can swing around a little bit. Might be a touch dark. So there you go, you guys can see everything in there. We got the solar charging, this jackery, and that's where we're getting all of our power. So, and now more storage. You can see we got our USB right there. We got our 2 switches for outside. Kevin, show them that light on real quick. There you go. We got our lighting switches. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a roughly probably about a full-size bed or so. I'm 6'1", I can fit in there. 2 of me could probably sleep in here relatively comfortable. A little bit shoulder to shoulder, but this would be good for a couple, maybe a medium-sized dog or something like that. You can still be pretty comfortable in here. And then show them the fan up here. We're just gonna turn this guy on. That's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. So this is the noise. It's not even that bad. When we're talking about noise levels at nighttime, you could definitely sleep with that. Eventually it just turns into white noise. So that's the fan. It's got a little screw open close mechanism, a locking mechanism. Here we have the open and close. Here we've got the lock to really make sure that, you know, it's all tightened down in there and not opening on you while you're driving. But this is the Boony, and it's comfortable, man. I don't think I did this before. I got shoes on, so I don't want to get too dirty. But yeah, I am with shoes probably more than 6'1".
Boom.
And I'm laying down in here, super comfy. If I turn on my side, take my pillow, if it's just me, there's so much room in here. So yeah, if you guys are considering a teardrop trailer, an off-road teardrop trailer, I think the Boony Stomper might be a good option to take a look at. So first weekend out with the Boony has been pretty eventful. We're still gonna zip around a little bit more over there, but I like this thing. It's a different experience. I would imagine that families would probably do the best with this, or if you're bringing multiple people along and you've already got like a rooftop tent or a ground tent, or you just like to base camp, technically you could set this thing up, try to lock it down, and yeah, that's it. Let's transition over here real fast. Let's take a look at the Steelies rolling on. Who knows what those are? Maybe a 17, maybe a 16. We got the Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws. Looks good, man. You can't complain. Let's go underneath real quick. Kevin, show them that suspension. We got the purple coils. We got the little shocks, struts, whatever you want to call them. They're kind of like a coilover almost. They are basically a coilover. Just no adjustment. But yeah, we got the gold arms and a lot of metal structure and some weatherproof kind of plastic cover, almost like a tarp in a sense, that's inside of there. Don't quote me on the terminology here, but yeah, we got the doors. Again, boom, and you can even lift up the bug net. You really want those open when that fan is running, create that turbulence. This is it. This is the Boony Stomper. It's been a great experience. Hit up Sunnyside Off-Road if you're looking for one of these. We're gonna hit the trails, probably do a little bit of a water crossing or something like that, and then we're gonna call it a day. Just pulled off the highway. I think we said everything that needed to be said. Hopefully the footage looks good. The It should look good. We got a ton of it. But this has been the Boony in the Mark Twain National Forest in Missouri. And that's it. We're out. Like, comment, subscribe, ask all the questions. We'll see you next time.